it involves you, Wayne. You're just behind Michael Owen. He's top of the pops there for players with 100 Premier League goal involvements and how quickly they've got there, how few games they've got there. 153 for Michael, 187 for you, 212 for Bukayo.
Yeah, I think that clearly shows that Michael was a better player than I was at that age. but no, I think for Saka, he's such an important player for Arsenal and for England. I think over the last 3 or 4 years, he's probably been Arsenal's most important player. He's had a few injuries which has affected their numbers. It would have been even better if that weren't the case, I believe. But yeah, he's such an incredible player. Yeah.
And him saying there, Bukayo, what it seems to be echoed with a lot of the players, there's a real belief.
200th Premier League appearance to score on it. Only one other Arsenal player has done that. Do you know who it was?
If I have to guess, Thierry.
It was Thierry Henry.
Of course, he has every record, this guy.
What's it like for you keeping that sort of illustrious company when we're talking about these records at this football club?
No, it's really nice for me, you know, and Thierry, of course, always messages me. He's messaged me this morning as well to remind me that we lost the last 2 games against West Ham at home. So he's always pushing me, and I think he wants me there with him. So it's nice to have that, you know, encouragement from him, and of course me, I want it as well. So I'm really happy to have my name in these records. But yeah, I'm just going to keep pushing and, you know, try and get some team trophies, which is what we've been searching for.
Such a special milestone for Bukayo Saka. 100 goal involvements in his 200th game. And by the way, that's on Mikel Arteta's 300th game in charge of Arsenal. Very special.
Yeah, very special. I think he's got the winningest stats now out of all the managers at Arsenal. So it's happening for him. But obviously, he wants to win something. Arsenal fans want him to win something. You know, it's all right having a best winning record, but you need to win something. And I think that this season is as good as we've been equipped to try and do that for many years, for the last 3 years especially. And again, that result against West Ham was a result you'd expect us to get, but I thought they went about it pretty well, the way they played in that game.
I agree with you right here. I think the hardest thing for Arteta will be choosing the right team for the right games because he's got so many headaches.
That's where it's going to be the problem.
Isn't that a lovely problem, by the way, for any manager to have? Danny, you just alluded to there, the fact that now Arsenal and Mikel Arteta have so many players at their disposal. There's like a 1 and a 2 for every position.
Yeah, they've got an amazing balance. They've got the best balance, better than City, better than Liverpool. The 3 teams that I think will be going for the Premier League this year. They've got cover in every area and quality in cover. But I also feel the only question for Arsenal at the moment, they've got the equipment, they've got the physical attributes and the technical. Have they got the mentality? Do they really believe in that dressing room that it's their year, they're going to go and do it? They look as if they've got it, now they've got to go and do the business.
Do you think as well that with all those, we say it's a good problem, because there's so much quality, when the big games come,
Dan, it's a good question.
Could there be some headaches he hasn't had before?
I'd rather have that quality
but the thing is, Dan,
a team.
With the squad he's got, Gaffer, with the squad he's got now, Dan, this is the questions that are being asked now. Will he be able to cope with having everything he needs and making the right choices? And that's what we're going to see on a weekly basis.
And I guess it's his job to just keep all those players happy, right?
As a manager, you're always looking for a spine.
Yeah.
Your spine of the team won't change. And any of them big games or any games, you've got the goalie, you've got Gabriel, you've got Rice, and you've got the centre forward, the new man. And probably Saka as well, one of them in big games. So at the end of the day, you can reshuffle the rest.
You know, it's going to come down to the players, like you said, with the mentality side of it. When they get into that latter stage of the season, because they've been there 3 times now.
And it's also going to come down to this man leading them to it. And he has more than what it takes. Look at the list of most Premier League wins as a manager in the first 300 matches. The company he's in, Guardiola, Mourinho, Dalglish and Mikel Arteta.
All of them have won more than an FA Cup. So that's
so he's on track, isn't he?
Yeah, he's on track, but you want to be on that list when you've got the trophies to show for it. And that's what he would want. That's what he would want.
He said that, didn't he?
Absolutely, he said that. He's not interested in that unless he's
got the trophy.
Yeah, that's the main thing
to show for it.
Yeah.
Well, second 3 seasons in a row, this could well be their year.
Yeah, I think the job he's done is terrific. The progression of Arsenal, you know, the squad building, maintaining a certain system and a style of play that people like to watch. They've got all the attributes now, and he just needs that final piece. I mean, the irony is, if they were to lose the league title on the last day, in the last minute, and lose the Champions League final and lose the FA Cup final, I know that's an extreme, but if that people would say he hasn't won a trophy, but he's still got Arsenal competing for the top
Yeah.
trophies.
Choked again.
Progress is
But you get my point.
Absolutely.
This squad is better now than
Yeah,
last year and the year before.
And again, Dan,
Absolutely.
that's where it comes down to.
Yeah.
The guys know what to expect when they get to them latter stages, and we're going to find out what their mentality is
Yeah.
about when we get down there. So,
Do you think he needs
Brilliant.
to prioritise one this year? Not with the squad, or can he go for it?
He needs to
go
win
for
something.
everything.
He needs to go for it. See what
Okay.
you end up with.
Well, we'd love to make this the Arsenal show, but we do have to move on because there's more games to cover.
Ended up being quite a straightforward win for them today. But what's interesting, Alan, is the bench and just how much stronger that is. When you have a look at the bench that Arsenal had in their last game against West Ham, which of course was a defeat in February, which was arguably the time when their kind of campaign to win the title got derailed. There's only 2 players left from that bench in the club. Everybody else has moved on, and the replacements or the players who've come in and the strength of that bench today, well, it's night and day.
Well, that sums everything up for me, and that's certainly what helped win them the game today. But you're right, I mean, 2 from the 9, what was it, 6 or 7 months ago, that are just there now, and that is the difference, is that if someone goes off injured, someone of quality comes on, and perhaps that wasn't the case last season. It was certainly the case today when Ødegaard had to go off and Zubimendi came on. It was a little bit of a tweak in the midfield. This is how they started off, with Eze and Ødegaard a little bit further forward, as you'd expect, with Declan Rice perhaps just being that little sitter in midfield. And there's nothing wrong with that. He's very, very good at it. And Arsenal were still creating the chances and getting into reasonable forward positions. There was no doubt it was an easy afternoon for them. They made it look easy at times. But just 2 or 3 occasions where you can see Declan Rice is just about to become the deeper midfielder there. He doesn't get forward. And Eze gets into that forward position, and he knows he should score because it's a wonderful opportunity for him. But you can see where Declan Rice is, and I'm just saying that for not the next graphic, but the one after this one. Similar thing again. Look, he's still the one that's trying to pull the strings, still the deepest one. And this is eventually a brilliant pass in to Saka. So they were still creating the chances, and he was just offside Saka there. But Ødegaard goes off. Zubimendi comes on, and all of a sudden Zubimendi's the one that's sitting. Declan Rice is 15 or 20 yards further forward, and look what happens. He's in the exact same position that Eze was in a few minutes earlier. Eze misses, Declan Rice didn't, and he put it in the back of the net, and he gets his goal. Similar thing again, second half. Off he goes. He's brilliant at doing that. I think he's a better player doing that in that position than he is sitting, albeit he can do both jobs equally well, and that is a fantastic ball as well. And when you've got Zubimendi on the ball and the quality that he brings, he can then place passes into Timber just like that, and you can see where Declan Rice and Eze is. Then they get the penalty. So it's just that subtle little change that you bring in the quality on this season that perhaps you weren't able to do that last season, and that's the difference.
And we saw that pass there from Zubimendi, a more orthodox angle, but we've got some new technology, and this allows you to show us what it looks like to the player.
Yeah, it's a great new tool, this is because what it's showing you is the split second. You've got 1.67 seconds, I should say, Zubimendi's got to make up his mind. But what I want to show you there is that little movement to the right-hand side of the step, and he just wants the defender to come with him, and he does there, and then you've got that split second to find that pass, to find the way to pass. And from the player's point of view, yeah, I don't think we'll be seeing, that'll be the last time we see that technology this season, because it just gives you that idea of how quick, as a player, you've got to think, and then you've got to find the pass.